Oh, we've seen that before many a time. Sachin Tendulkar back and across, and he just whips that onto the onside for a couple.
He's so good at that. Just a hint of, let's say, time there, into position early. Generally a defensive shot, but at the last minute, that flick of the wrist and the bat comes down hard, and he just sort of pushes it into the gap for a couple. He's very good at that.
What a shot. You stray just a touch towards the pads, and Sachin Tendulkar will punish you all day. A really good looking shot, that.
Hey, this is exceptional work. He played a similar shot to Lagerfeld earlier on, especially when he was sort of caught up. Again, just a hint. He gets into such a wonderful position and then lets it come on to the body. It's not in the air. Plays it very late. And look at the amount of timing that he can sort of impart. Tremendous power that goes to the fence all along the ground.
Through the offside, he'll get a couple, Sachin Tendulkar. But Ntini will not be too unhappy with that. He'll feel that he nearly beat him. He's tried to push it up there, Makai Ntini, but Sachin Tendulkar equal to the task this time. Nicely forward, and didn't try and whack that too hard, just pushing through the line. A couple to end the over. 36 for 1. Two spinners in that lineup.
Either.
Nicely driven through the offside. He'll pick up at least one. Partly stopped by A.B. de Villiers. Such a good fielder. Struck quite nicely by Sachin. Good footwork, reaching out to the ball. Off the back foot, that's gone through the hands of Herschel Gibbs at point. It'll be a 4. Sachin Tendulkar got on top of it and played it quite nicely in the end. Was hit quite hard.
Starting to expand his range of strokes now, Tendulkar. He's very watchful in the beginning. That sort of length he would be leaving early on, but throwing the bat at it. It's always such a marvel how hard he hits the ball. Such a small man. When he times it, it certainly goes.
There's an opportunity there. Lagerfeld just losing his grip on the script. Beautifully driven. There's your drive, Darryl. Classic piece of batting from him. Made it look extremely easy. Very efficient on that occasion, Sachin Tendulkar. Great to watch.
Is this the start of things to come? Beautiful stroke. Wasn't all that short. It certainly wasn't a gentle loopy half volley. Makes it look so easy, doesn't he? When he follows throughs like that, well, 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 bowlers beware.
Another crafty drive through the offside chase at mid-off. A.B. de Villiers quickly retrieved the ball and the throw was in quickly. 50s raised as a result of that delightful drive through the offside. 51 for 2. A little bit of bat, possibly going down the leg side as well. Aleem Dar is not going to make any decision on that one. And Renell very theatrical in his mannerisms. He was on his knees pleading to Aleem Dar.
Did have a good look at it, Aleem Dar. Took a couple of seconds before he shook his head as if to say not out. Very good shout.
Beautiful drive through the offside. Another perler from Sachin Tendulkar. On the up through the offside. 56 for 2. He's quite comfortable now driving the ball through the offside. Another beautiful piece of timing, and he found the gap to his liking as well. Sachin Tendulkar is certainly on a roll here.
His previous scoring stroke off now was a drive on the up. That was a beauty. This still, nevertheless, is a good shot. Foolish delivery. He's finding the gap. It left the bat. It almost sort of had 2 on it. Just gathering pace as it went to the boundary. 38 now from 55.
This time off the back foot, he'll find a single. Ball is travelling quite quickly off his bat. A real challenge for Makhaya at mid-off.
He's been superb from the last couple of years. Another slow ball there. Tendulkar not quite timing it, just gets the single. Another bouncer, 3 bounces from Andrew Hall that did look quicker, and another dot ball. And it's a sign that I'm seeing at this level, though that wasn't as well targeted as his previous 2. He's got away with it.
Mark Batcher's happy with it. So was umpire Benson. No wide called.
Oh, extra bit of bounce again there. Tendulkar gets himself off strike. End of the 27th over. India 94 for 2.
Shaka is into the attack. Interesting to see if he gets any purchase out of this pitch. 31 wickets. .50 for Tendulkar. 78 one-day international 50.
Well put together innings. Cautious in the beginning, it wasn't easy against that new ball. He's got through it. He started to time the ball nicely. This should go fine. Will it go all the way? Will do. We saw in the previous matches with the slow bowlers that it gave the batsman time to get on the back foot and work them away. What's the critical thing they need to get right here today?
Well, the length's got to be fuller. Get the batsman to drive. Just a rare loose delivery from Philander. Like the first boundary scored off him. Nicely worked by Tendulkar. I think you've got to bowl a fuller length, get the batsman to drive. It'll be a difficult take. That's edged, but it's gone fine. No half measures with that. Tendulkar going hard at it. Hitting the outside edge and a much needed boundary for the Indians.
South Africa looking for a wicket. I guess it's the easiest thing in the world to say, no, if that is the case, then why not put a slip in? Your quickest bowler of the day. Maybe it warrants carrying a slip. If one goes in now, it's all too late, I'm afraid.
A little bit of width provided. He's opened the face of the bat and timed it well. He'll just get the single. Andrew Hall doing well in the deep.
The drinks break would have given both sides the opportunity to assess where they are right now. One can imagine that India, with 18 overs to go, will look to just step on the gas a little bit, yeah. And for South Africa, they'll just have to keep their consistent lines and lengths going, field well.
Going through their minds at this stage. Maybe take another 5 overs or so before they go absolutely berserk. 35. Making room and finding the gap. Forceful drive from Sachin Tendulkar. They're on their feet now, anticipating a big finisher, Indian fans.
I think that's an indicator of how they're thinking. Suddenly breaking loose, making some room for himself and hitting it in the air, but in the gap as well for an emphatic boundary by Tendulkar.
Registering the boundary that he's hit in this over. Slow delivery finds the gap. Sachin Tendulkar with a lot of ease. Philander has been made to look pretty ordinary so far in this over. Short delivery is pulled by Rahul Dravid over mid-wicket for 4, and then slow delivery going horribly wrong. Picked up early by Sachin.
And played beautifully. It's not the easiest shot to play off a slower delivery. That really sped to the fence. Played it late, got the right timing and placement.
He's running hard. Get there in time. Good early call from Sachin. Making room and driving beautifully through the offside. More runs for Sachin. In fact, it's a boundary. Wonderfully played by Sachin. 15 runs from the over. India motoring along quite nicely now. 162 for 2.
Well, just the over that India needed. Both these champion players are now really turning on the heat, and yet not taking too many risks. They're not hitting over the top or taking risks, playing good cricket. So that's a magnificent over. Suddenly takes the scoring rate to 4.26. Looking very healthy indeed now.
Good to see some innovative stuff from both Sachin and Rahul.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Wonderfully done. This is vintage Tendulkar, moving away, is quickly into position and converted that into a boundary.
.181 for 2, as we have another look at that smashing cut shot from Sachin, making room and intentionally putting the ball in the air to miss the fielder at point. Charles Langer possibly bowling the wrong length at this stage. You need to keep it nice and up.
With 8 wickets in hand, so that will be very competitive on this surface.
He's running hard. Direct hit would have got him into a lot of trouble. It was A.B. de Villiers, who's an extremely efficient and quick fielder.
Tendulkar is quick. De Villiers is quicker. He was running in a different direction, and yet he managed to release the ball quick enough to have a decision in his favor had he hit.
Ball 1 immediately, and it was on. A.B. de Villiers, the fielder.
Dark Cullis into the attack. The captain, Tendulkar again pushing hard for 2. Tangavelt doing the fielding, just the 1. So this should be a good tournament, or good 10 days for India with the upcoming Test series and one-day series in England, getting themselves into form. And that's one man that's
Off strike. He's called for 1, but he's running the first one hard. Will take the fielder on. And could that be 100 for Tendulkar? It's been referred by Benson to the third umpire, Billy Bowden. There are going to be some anxious moments here. Fenwick, the fielder in the deep, this time did a good job. And what's going to happen? Anybody's guess. Well, they'll think Sachin is home. He looks relaxed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. Boucher seems very, very confident. Tendulkar got in and out very quickly. And let's have a look here. Gets slowed down. So Sachin Tendulkar, unfortunately, looks like he's on his way for 99. Deserved 100. Had to fight hard early. Innings has blossomed beautifully. Backed himself, but the throw was too good. Nice quick hands there from Boucher. Tendulkar just looking for the acknowledgement of the third umpire. So he's been given, he's on his way, the little master. Didn't quite get to 100, but would value this innings very much. 14 balls to break his duck. Played some lovely drives. So he's got himself into form early in the tournament. He's on his way now. Unfortunately, run out for 99. India 211 for 4.